Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Well, today's article was provided to me by a very good friend of mine, and he sent me this article, and it was a very interesting article. So I thank him, and we'll take advantage of his good insight and for sending that article to me. This is an article coming from Reuters, and it's from April 2nd, 2022. And it says here, as Mariupol residents flee, Russian forces hunt for Ukrainian fighters. So, as Mariupol residents flee, Russian forces hunt for Ukrainian fighters. So Mariupol, little whatever war over there, kind of like ended. They surrounded it, and now there's some some corridors of humanitarian aid, refugees, and there's still some Azov battalion members being in Mariupol. The Russians, based on the information I have, surrounded the city, and now they allow these corridors and in and out, humans, aid, and so on. Now, these Azov these members, fighters from the Azov battalion or Ukrainian army, which is they're united and under the same badge, umbrella. They do not want to, say, okay, we're done. So they don't want to do that. That's their choice. The problem is they try to sneak out. So then there are checkpoints made by the Russian army, and they verify to see who's who, what's what. And this is what this article is about. So it says here that they tell a story about a family, a person and his family who tried to flee the bombed city of Mariupol. And one additional obstacle awaited as Russian troops sought to identify anyone fighting with Ukrainian forces defending the city. So, and this is what this person reports. They stripped the men naked, looked for tattoos, and it says here that they paid particular attention to men's knees. And it says here that they also they checked the forearms, look at the hands, checked if I was shooting, whether or not there will be any callus here on the arms or probably the shoulders too. It says here that fierce resistance by Ukrainian forces, including regular army troops and members of the Azov battalion, a far-right militia. Well, you can push it maybe not necessarily far-right. They're a little bit different, but I posted a video regarding their affinity. A far-right militia, now part of the Ukraine National Guard, have held off the assault for weeks, rejecting Kremlin's demand to lay down their arms. The fighting has killed around 5,000 civilians, according to city authorities, and forced thousands to flee either by private car or in organized convoys of buses into eastern Ukraine, where pro-Russian separatists are in control, or to the north and west to the territory controlled by the Ukrainians. It says here that a gentleman here, Vladimir Andreev, a 63-year-old pensioner, retired person, said, at each checkpoint we were stripped, we were checked, undressed, they checked our shoulders, pum 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 pum, obvious, our arms, for pum 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 pum, to see if I had been taking part of the fighting. Well, I don't care who does this, but I congratulate that army, because obviously that's a how should I say, ABC 1, 2, 3 regular activity that an army should do when they surround a city. You don't want those people to escape and then shoot you in the back. So obviously you do that. So I don't know what the problem is, if there's a problem. From my perspective, there's no problem. That is a basic act of making sure that you don't get hit in the back by a bullet by these guys later. So this is it. They check the guys for their fingers, boom, 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 calluses right here. Shoulders, boom, boom, boom. Arms and forearms, boom, 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 boom. And tattoos with some certain things, not flowers and stuff like that. You can imagine. So that's a good practice, good action that Russian military is doing. I think is normal. I know it's normal, but nevertheless, that's the war. Let me see, boy. Have you been over there? Did you shoot at us? Let's see. And if you did, come over here. We have to talk a little bit with you. So, piece of news, very nice, very good practice. As I said, ABC, military manual. It's nothing like, oh my God, look at these guys. Yeah, that's a regular practice, military practice. If an army doesn't do that, they are starts with an R. They are starts with an R, ends with a D. So they are, all right. So good piece of information. And that means the Russians are not so disorganized as we're led to believe by looking at the corporate media here in the West. Well, war criminals should pay on both sides. So stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. See ya. Ciao.